Hi there, besties. Welcome to Sizzles Diaries. Today, I'm filming right here from my village in Onga, and I just thought let me take you along and show you. It's around 6 a.m. Usually at the village we wake up early. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a new subscriber, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. To my old subscriber, thank you very much for always being there. I truly appreciate every moment. I do not want to take this for granted, and I thank you for the opportunity of always being there. Whenever I upload new videos, you are watching them, you are clicking on them. Thank you very much for your support. I'm gonna show you right now what our village looks like. Come along. I live in northern Namibia, and my family live about an hour north of our town towards the border of Namibia and Angola. A true scenes capturing a true reality of the way of life amongst my people. Surrounding each homestead is an individual family field or land with semi-wild vegetation named a cove, protected by a boundary fence called ongubu to keep animals from grazing arable fields. One can find fruit and non-fruit bearing trees such as marula, omuve, omwandi, omushe, and omsati. We practice mixed economy agriculture, mainly mahangu, known as pearl millet in English, sorghum, beans, and wild spinach. Individual landowners claim and occupy grazing and farming land used according to traditional rights of occupancy, acquired through traditional authorities at a cost. The first thing we do when we wake up is to maintain hygiene by brushing our teeth and washing our face. This seems peculiar because we use very limited water if you are not accustomed to this way of life. But basically, in many village homesteads in Owamboland, water is scarce. People travel long distance to fetch water, which they do so by carrying 20 and 25 liter gallons on their heads, a kilometer or more, once or twice a day. Even for those who are privileged enough to pay for water connection into their homesteads, water is still used sparingly. Typically, I have a 5-liter bottle of water in my room, enough for this course. This passageway I'm using right now serves as a connection between us and our neighbors, the nearest tarred road, as well as the nearest town. People around here do not really use a lot of vehicle as transportation. Most of the times they use donkeys, or they travel a lot by foot. Located within the individual family field is a kraal, which is fenced off by wooden poles cut from the trees surrounding the land. Donkeys, cattle, goats are separated within the kraal. During the rainy season leading to the cultivation, the animals are headed each day at sunrise by young boys and adolescent men. This is done to avoid the animals from grazing neighbors' crops, which can be serious offense regulated by customary law. Donkeys are used as a mode of transportation and can help carry water and supply as well as plowing. Kettles are used for plowing and producing milk as well as ghee. This type of milk is often fermented and is known as omashini omashikwa. It is a staple amongst my people. Goats are used for milk production too. Cattle and goats are only slaughtered during special occasions. The blue structure I filmed is our pit latrine. Each area of the house is purposefully designated to a certain group of people. The homestead is a maze of 2 or 3 gates leading to the outside into the field, which is fenced off, allowing only a motor and a small entrance gate connected to a pathway leading to the homestead. This is the central and most important entrance into Owambo homestead. For the purpose of respecting tradition and custom, all first-time and returning guests to the homestead must pass through this door only. All male visitors with good intent will enter Olupale and remain seated on the wooden bench on the right side of the fireplace. This is the same for all events going to take place preceding a wedding or a male son, grandson, great-grandson's wedding announcement. The left side is reserved for cowards, or who we call in my native language Omakalavaya. At the center of the fireplace is 3 benches. One on the right side is reserved for the senior wife, Nyalombe, and young women of the homestead, only when they are called by the head of the house to Olupale. The bench at the center is for the head of the house, and no other person may be seated there without his consent. The head and horns of these kettles you are seeing here are a symbol of the number of kettles which were slaughtered at a given wedding. They are called Oipamba. Located next to Olupale is Onjuo. This is where the wife and young boys and girls sleep. Onjuo also serves as a nursery for mother and baby during confinement until the baby's umbilical cord falls off. Traditionally, Onjuo belongs to the head of the house. This is why, in an event where the head of the house passes on, the roof of Onjuo is tilted over as a symbol of mourning. A teenage boy will leave Onjuo to build his own room called Omtala. However, once they do so, they are no longer allowed near the vicinity of Onjuo or around Okalupale Konjuo. The next room is called Omtala. This is where the men and boys who have become of age sleep. Traditionally, Omtala is located outside the compound near the main entrance. However, due to safety, most Omtalas nowadays are built inside the compound. Omitala refers to more of this kind of rooms. This is a water tap which is connected to the confine of our homestead. I'm thankful and lucky to have had this opportunity. A lot of people out there are still carrying water on their heads and having to travel long distances to fetch water. This area of the house, you'll find oshini. This is where we pound pearl millet, sorghum. We also process marula oil from here. So this room is basically used during the rainy season to protect us from the rain, or also sometimes when it's very hot, we can compound in this room. However, there's another mortar and pestle that's at the kitchen, which is specifically used just at the kitchen area. This is where we store pearl millet, and it's usually protected by a shaded area, and the omandas, as we call it, is lifted from the ground to protect it from rain.
The farm, still the whole area of the farm, and then this is the only, guys, this is the only mango tree that's managed to bear fruits from my mom's garden. The rest, nada. Okay, and as we come here, we are in the house. See this structure here with a little shaded area. This is my room. The opposite end of the house, that's my room.
We are walking now to another important room within the homestead, which is called Ondudayoshakalwa. This is a room which is located around the kitchen, and it has many important uses, one of which it is a place where a woman delivers a baby. It is also a room where the wife, as well as young men or women who have not yet built themselves room within the homestead, are mourned. During any joyous celebrations within the homestead, female elders are welcomed and stay in this room. This is the room I'm talking about. It's called Onduda Yoshakalwa. Epata means kitchen. This is a place within the homestead where food and drinks are prepared and stored. Men may only come to this area only when they need to deliver or perform a specific duty that women may occasionally ask them to do. Only women are allowed to stay and eat here. Most oftenly, you'll find that Epata have 3 rooms around it, namely Ondudayoshakalwa, Elimba, and Okatala Kokutelekela, like the one I'm showing you here. The food that are kept and stored here are pearl millet, mahangu porridge, wild spinach, dry and fresh, fish, poultry, beans, groundnuts, butter, which is also known as ghee, or omadi engobe, mopani worm, marula oil, marongo oil, ontanga oil, oshikundu, omalovu, omaongo, and so forth.
Arapedate. Now,
Located at the back of the house is the room belonging to the head of the house. This room has its own access door leading into the field, which is called Okamvelo. In an event where the husband passes on, the elders, including the widow, are kept in this room to mourn her husband.
Going here. This is the shower area. And as you can see, that is the whole homestead. Sorry guys for the camera lighting. This place is, it's called the Tala. Yeah. Now, so this is where we rest during the day. There. We also have our lunch there. So this is Tresia. Okay, this one is full of millet, as you can see here. Here my mom is preparing the ones for the chicken, the small chickens in the garden. So this one has filled up. Yes, we are going to ferment the mango now. It's not an easy job, but yeah. Bringing it here. Then those are the girls. So guys, this is the marathon chicken we always talk about. So if you try to run after this chicken and catch it, it runs very, very fast. You can see I'm running after them. Yeah, so that's why they call that's why they call it marathon chicken, because they are so fast. You cannot catch them. And then if you corner it, it will jump. So we'll try. So this is the process one usually goes through when you are running after. Is the marathon chicken.